The minute hand of a wall clock is 10.5 centimeters long. How far does its tip travel in 24 hours? Take pi as 22 divided by 7. This is a multiple choice question, and so we will solve the question, and after that we will pick the correct option. The question says that the minute hand of a wall clock is 10.5 centimeters long. We are going to use this information to find the distance that the minute hand will travel in 24 hours. Let's assume that this is the wall clock. So we have a circular wall clock here, and the minute hand is on 12. The minute hand stretches from the center of the circle to a point on the circumference. So the minute hand will be the radius of the circular face of the clock. The question says that the length of the minute hand is 10.5 centimeters. So it means that the radius of the circular face of the clock is 10.5 centimeters. We want to find the distance that this minute hand will travel in 24 hours. As we can see here, the minute hand is on 12. If it moves around the circular face, as we can see it doing here, and comes back to 12, the total time elapsed will be 12 hours. So when the minute hand moves from this point and goes around the circular face and comes back to this point, the total time elapsed will be 12 hours. And the distance covered will be the circumference of this circular face. So when it goes round and comes back here, the total time elapsed will be 12 hours, and the distance covered will be the circumference of the circular face. We want to find the total distance covered in 24 hours. What it means is that we will have to find the circumference of the circular face and multiply our result by 2. Because when it goes round and comes back to this point, the total time elapsed will be 12 hours, and it would have covered the distance which will be equal to the circumference of the circular face. So we will first have to find the circumference of the circular face. As I said, the minute hand stretches from the center of the circle to a point on the circumference. So the length of the minute hand will be the radius of the circular face. So the radius of the circular face will be 10.5 centimeters. From mensuration, we know that the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. The question gave us pi as 22 divided by 7. And r is the radius, which is 10.5 centimeters. So the circumference will be equal to 2 times 22 divided by 7 times 10.5 centimeters. And this will give us 66 centimeters. What this means is that when the minute hand starts from this point, goes around the circular face and comes back to this point, which will give us a total time of 12 hours, the distance covered will be 66 centimeters. So if you want the distance traveled in 24 hours, we will have to multiply 66 centimeters by 2. 2 times 66 centimeters will give us 132 centimeters. So the total distance traveled in 24 hours is 132 centimeters. When we check the options we have, we can see that all of them are in meters. So it means that we have to convert 132 centimeters to meters. To convert 132 centimeters to meters, we will divide 132 by 100. When we divide 132 by 100, we are going to have 1.32. So 132 centimeters is equal to 1.32 meters. It means that the minute hand will travel a total distance of 1.32 meters in 24 hours. When we look through the options, we can see that the correct option is B.